Hello, everyone, and happy Tuesday. So, this week we are focusing on Module 1 and we are doing first grade reading. So, our objectives for this week's lesson is I can explain what it means to be a good friend. And our second one is I can answer and ask questions about key details in a text. So, some of the vocabulary that you defined yesterday will come up in this lesson today. And you can check your work to make sure that you know what each vocabulary word means. And one of those vocabulary words included key details. To go over what you read yesterday as well, we can go over what's due when this week. So, yesterday you read our objectives and our what's due when worksheet, and you also defined the vocabulary I just talked about before. Today is Tuesday, and you will watch this video, which lucky you, you're already doing. You're on the right track. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and we will watch the read aloud and complete the seesaw activity. I'll go over what that means a little bit later. For Thursday, you will answer the discussion questions, and you'll also reply to 2 of your classmates' discussion responses. And then on Friday, my favorite day of the week, you'll rewatch this video to make sure you remember what the main idea means, and then you'll complete our learning journal. What we can do with the learning journal is meet any day throughout this week. You can send me a message or an email, or you can ask mom or dad to do that for you. And we can meet on Zoom on a video and talk about what you learned this week, or you can submit a video, audio, or a text about what you've learned this week. There are a few questions that I want you to talk about in your learning journal, so make sure you look and double check that you're answering them. Before we get into our lesson, I wanted to discuss the vocabulary you defined yesterday. Some of our vocabulary includes these 4 words. Key detail is the first vocabulary word, and we'll be focusing a lot on that today. A key detail is an important piece of information that supports the main idea of a text. A genre is a book characterized by the kind of story. Fiction and nonfiction are genres. So, fiction means that it's created by the author's imagination and it's not a true story. Nonfiction means that it is a true story and it gives the reader information. So, it tells us something specific about a topic. This unit, we will be reading both fiction and nonfiction stories. So, the main idea is the most important thing in a story that the author wants the readers to know. So, we'll be focusing a lot on the main idea this week and next week, and maybe even after that. But the main idea is the most important thing the author wants the reader to know. And the supporting or key details, which is one of our vocabulary words, helps us discover or identify the main idea. So the main idea and the key details always match. They always go together. They have to do with the same idea. And what you can do is find the main idea in the story or the most important part, and then ask yourself, how do I know that's the main idea? And those supporting or key details will help you answer that question. So, what I wanted to go over now is what we'll be doing the rest of this week. Every activity this week will have to do with our objectives, which were I can explain what it means to be a good friend. And I know a lot of you first graders are good friends, so you know what that means. But we'll be reading some stories about different friends and if they're good friends and kind to one another, or if maybe they've had some problems and you guys can work on solutions to help them become a better friend. Our other objective is I can ask and answer questions about key details in a text. So, what you'll be doing for this week for our assignment on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, is listen to the story. A friend is someone who. So, you'll listen to that story and it's linked on our course website. And then you will complete a seesaw activity. The seesaw activity is also on our website. The seesaw activity asks you to find the main idea in a friend is someone who, and then write two details about that main idea. So, what you can do on the seesaw is draw a picture and then record an audio explaining the picture. You can type, you can just submit an audio, or you can submit a video. And if you need help with learning how to use Seesaw, if you haven't used it before, which most of you have, you can come ask me through email or message, or we can set up a time to chat on the phone or on video chat. Just let me know. Then on Thursday, you will answer some discussion questions. These discussion questions are, why is it a good idea to make new friends? So think to yourself, why would I want to make new friends? Maybe in a new classroom, in a new school, at a new activity you do after school? Why would you want to make new friends? And think about what makes a good friend when you answer that question. Then you will also answer, what are some different ways to be a good friend? So use what you learned in A Friend is Someone Who, the story that we're listening to tomorrow, to answer that question. These two questions will also be posted on our course website. And then on Friday, you can rewatch this video and your learning journal will be due. So remember what I said about the journal earlier. You can meet with me on video chat, you can record yourself, or you can type if you want. So our learning journal will discuss the few questions coming up. How are you feeling after this first module or your first week of our online course? What do you think it means to be a good friend? And what are some qualities of a good friend? How do you know this? Did you learn it from the story? Do you think your ideas can change? Do you think you can learn different characteristics of a good friend? Let me know in our learning journal. Like I said earlier, please let me know if you have any questions or you need any help this week. And I hope you enjoy our read aloud tomorrow. I will see you either this week or next week on my video. Bye.